Is $3.26 billion a lot or a little? In America, it's enough to buy 615 million Big Macs. Roughly speaking, with this money, you could give each American 2 hamburgers. Not much, is it? However, if you invest this $3.26 billion into space, you can build and launch globally renowned spacecraft, like the Cassini. Now, wouldn't that be a fantastic investment? This legendary spacecraft has been operational for nearly 20 years, traveled a distance of 7.8 billion kilometers, and collected 635 gigabytes of valuable data for humanity. Hello everyone! Welcome to our channel. Today, we'll talk about the final days of Cassini, the last moments it witnessed on Saturn. There aren't many space projects worthy of an Emmy Award, so please continue watching this video. I'm sure you'll find it fascinating. Let's get started. The road to the finale. On October 15, 1997, the spacecraft Cassini-Huygens was launched from Cape Canaveral aboard a Titan IV-B rocket, embarking on a journey spanning 2 decades. After passing by Venus twice, the spacecraft looped back towards Earth, captured images of Jupiter, and finally arrived at its ultimate destination, Saturn, in 2004. From this point on, Cassini became an indispensable source of information, validating the correctness of the investments made thus far. Through this spacecraft, new satellites of Saturn were discovered, along with fresh data regarding Saturn's rings, the planet itself, and even the potential existence of life in the vicinity of Saturn. While we have briefly discussed these investigations on this channel before, we believe they merit individual videos for proper coverage. Preparation for the finale. 11 years after its launch in 2008, project leaders pondered the fate of Cassini. How should the curtain fall on this mission? At this time, Huygens had already detached from the main spacecraft, delving into Titan's atmosphere to gather more data about Saturn's moon, potentially hospitable to life. However, Cassini still carried 33 kilograms of plutonium-238 fuel, the majority of which remained unused. Failure to devise a plan to repurpose this plutonium into fruitful investigations would tarnish scientists' reputations. 9 more years remained until the end of operations. There were 9 ways Cassini could conclude its mission. Scientists considered placing the probe on a stable orbit around Titan or other Saturnian moon, Phoebe. Had this been feasible, Cassini would have enjoyed a peaceful retirement among the stars. Other options were also considered for its final journey. For instance, a journey to orbit the Sun, or a voyage to the gas giants Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune. There was even a plan to send Cassini to the Centaur family, a group of asteroids located between Neptune and Jupiter. Capturing images of the Centaurs up close had never been achieved, making this an intriguing idea. It would have been a remarkable trophy for Cassini. Some scientists argue Cassini had already earned this trophy. Perhaps Phoebe is a celestial body belonging to the Centaur family, merely captured and held by Saturn. Now, let's return to the fate of the spacecraft. Here's a final, stunning idea. Yes, the proposal was to crash it into another celestial body. For example, by colliding the probe with one of Saturn's icy moons or its rings. Imagine the reluctance scientists felt to abandon observing this interplanetary fireworks display. However, this flashy idea was rejected because of the risk of contaminating moons where life might exist with biological materials. It was the right decision. In the end, the chosen finale for the mission was a collision with Saturn, Cassini's primary subject of investigation. Designed to study Saturn, the spacecraft should end its life embraced by the planet. But researchers, driven by realism rather than romance, made this decision after careful consideration. Cassini's final flight was meant to be inexpensive, achievable, and contribute to previously unexplored research. The grand finale. In 2014, approximately 2,000 civilians involved in the Cassini mission, along with NASA team members, made a crucial decision. The name for the spacecraft's final mission was chosen. It became known as the grand finale. The preparatory phase of the mission was scheduled for 2016, and Cassini embarked on its final journey, including a completely new orbit. Researchers referred to this stage as the proximal orbit, but they felt a name with more impact was necessary. That name was indeed the grand finale. $200 million were allocated for the 2 phases of the grand finale, equivalent to the cost of 2 individual Discovery-class missions. This is a rational approach to what already exists. The spacecraft made multiple flybys over Saturn's North Pole, located beyond the narrow F-ring, and investigated the mysterious hexagonal storm and the sunlit northern region of Saturn. Additionally, the probe examined Enceladus and its water geysers from a new perspective. Beneath its icy crust lies a subsurface ocean of liquid water. Enceladus not only attracted the attention of those exploring extraterrestrial life, but was also found to expel ice towards Saturn's E-ring. Cassini's final images deepened the mystery of Enceladus. Next, it reached the grand finale. On April 22, 2017, after one last orbit around Titan, Cassini altered its trajectory and headed towards the gap between Saturn and its inner rings. 4 days later, the probe entered uncharted territory. It flew 3,100 kilometers above Saturn's cloud tops. Cassini successfully orbited Saturn 22 times, gaining new perspectives on atmospheric phenomena. Cassini revealed how Saturn's rings interact with the planet itself. It captured particles breaking off and falling from the rings. The amount of material amounted to 10 tons per second, surpassing scientists' expectations. Some particles carried a charge, spiraling along magnetic field lines, causing ring rain to fall onto Saturn. Amidst the material flow, Cassini discovered complex organic compounds within water nanoparticles. The composition of these organics differed from those observed on Enceladus. Scientists believe there are at least 3 different sources of organics in this region. Thus, further exploration around Saturn is needed, because the sources of organics may still be hidden. Furthermore, scientists were surprised by inorganic matter. Previously, it was believed that Saturn was showered with particles of various sizes, but what Cassini captured was only dust and nanoparticles. What causes material to be pulverized when approaching Saturn? This cosmic mincing machine remains undiscovered. Additionally, scientists discovered new radiation belts surrounding Saturn. These belts almost match the inner rings. Furthermore, previously unknown electrical interactions linking the rings to Saturn's atmosphere were revealed. The next mystery relates to Saturn's magnetic field. According to Cassini's data, Saturn's magnetic field aligns almost perfectly with its axis of rotation. Such phenomena are not observed on other planets in the solar system and contradict our knowledge of magnetic field formation. This is another mystery in need of resolution. On the other hand, the mystery of Saturn's day length was solved during the grand finale. Saturn's day lasts 10 hours, 33 minutes, and 38 seconds. This was found to be a few minutes longer than the value previously calculated based on Voyager data. Cassini's final journey provided more accurate positions of the planet's surface and rings. And the last sight the probe saw was, of course, the surface of Saturn. Cassini maintained antenna operation until the end, continuously transmitting images to Earth. Here is the last image. Cassini finally plunged into Saturn's atmosphere, becoming part of this giant planet it had been investigating for 13 years. This marvelous mission earned NASA an Emmy Award. The award was for an original interactive media program. The program presented was the grand finale's presentation. Well, it seems our final has arrived, though it's not quite the grand finale. It's time to wrap up our discussion on Cassini's last mission. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, we're not aiming for an Emmy or an Oscar, but we'd be happy to receive your likes and support. And as usual, please share this video on social media to help more people become interested in space. Thank you for always being supportive. So, as usual, it's time to say goodbye for now. See you again soon, everyone. Goodbye.